want to show you 3 personalizations that you can make in Dynamics 365 Business Central to enhance finance and distribution. So what I'm going to do is, in the sales order entry screen, I'm going to add the drop shipment checkbox, which will allow you to take advantage of the drop shipment functionality in Dynamics 365 Business Central. I'm also going to add a deferral code drop-down list at the end of the line so you can easily take advantage of that deferral functionality. In the purchase order, I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to add a deferral code drop-down list at the end of the purchase order line, so you can also add deferral IDs for prepaid expenses, for example. So let's get started. First, I'm going to go to the sales order. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the 2 fields down here in the lines. So I'll go up to Settings and Personalize, and then I'm going to add 2 fields. So what I want to do is add the drop shipment checkbox into the line in the sales order. So I'm going to look it up. Here's a field right here. And I'm going to scroll along the line until I get close to where I want to add it. I'm going to add it right after the quantity here. You can see that there's a red box around this area, which means I'm going to personalize this particular part of the page. So all I need to do is drag and drop, and drag this one over here. You can see that the red line now says it's going to drop it right after quantity. I'll drop it there. And the next one I want to do is add the deferral code drop-down list. I'm going to add that right at the end of the line. So let's look up that one. Here's the deferral code here. I'm going to drop it right down here, right at the end of the line. I can scan over to see that it's there. It is. And I'm done with my personalization. So let's go back and take a look at it. I'm going to get out of this page and go back into it. So I'm going to start a sales order just so we can see it in action here. Let's put an item on here, put a quantity in. And I can mark the drop ship if I want to right here. And if I want to put a deferral code on this, I just go down here, I get the drop down. These are 2 deferral IDs I have in my system. I'll select that one. So that's all you really need to do, is to add these 2 items to the sales order. You might also want to add this to the sales invoice if you go directly to the sales invoice to make that easier. If you want to reverse these, you can always go back to Settings and Personalize, and then clear the personalizations on that page. Let's proceed here and create a personalization on the purchase order. You can create on the purchase order or the purchase invoice. I'm going to go to the purchase order and add that deferral code drop-down list. Again, I'm going to go to the blank form. I'll go up to Settings, Personalize. And then I'm going to hit Field. I want to make sure that I'm in the right area, so I'm going to click on the line area. I'm going to scroll over to the right because I want to add it to the end of this line as well. I'll look up the deferral code field. There it is. I can add it right down here. You can see the red line again shows exactly where it's going to be added. It's in there now. I'll just hit done. And that's the entire exercise. These 3 personalizations will allow you to take advantage of the drop shipment functionality within Dynamics 365 Business Central, as well as the deferrals. You can defer prepaid expense and also deferred sales.